we are conscious. Decipher our lyrics and take the time to decipher your spirit. How do we accept change? Change. Certain experiences we go through in life that involve family, friends, people, positions we get put into, expectations that we think we have to fully live up to, get thrown at us. It feels like we are being held down by certain people, being held down by expectations, and being unable to proceed correctly, logically, and more out of a state of clarity, and more take like I can't speak, guys. But I'm still gonna be posting this. I'm over time I'm gonna get good at this. But what I'm trying to say is being objective in the situation, not subjective, being objective. And that means just taking a third person overview, a look from above, and observing what's going on in the situation, and coming to the most conscious and logical and most reasoning standpoint to, and then from there you could proceed and actually see positive results that benefit everyone else, and including yourself. Most importantly is how it impacts you, your understanding. How do you cope with change or certain experiences, certain things that get thrown onto us without us even wanting it, without us desiring it to happen. We get put into these positions. How do we cope with this? It's a deep question, and I'm going to attempt to answer it. So, first, you just have to allow the process, the natural process. Just have that, try to develop a mindset where you tell yourself, yo, this is fate, this is destiny. Even knowing I'm in a really bad position right now, or I may feel like I am put into this position and I feel down, and a lot of things are happening and it's negative. It's happening for a reason, and it may sound crazy, but I have to be grateful for it, because in those tough times, in those struggles, those are lessons. Those are teachings being taught to us. They are experiences that we fully learn from, and you have to be the student. You have to have the student mindset and observe it. Observe what's going on and be like, this is real. This is literally going down. I need to accept it, face it, embrace it right on. And from there, you're going to learn from it. And then when you start learning from it, you're going to start understanding it. And from that understanding, it goes into even deeper, to where you meditate on the notion of what happened, and you figure out what you can do to make the situation less stressful for yourself and for other people, if they're included. But you can't control their thoughts. You can express how you feel in the most right way. And what I mean by that is how you truly feel, how you can word it and articulate it in a sense where it resonates with your intentions, that it doesn't get misconceived and misconcepted on the other side of other people viewing the situation going down. But another way, I'm moving on to the next way that I've learned to accept and face change, which is to completely just accept it, just face it right on and be like, this is happening to me for a reason. I kind of lost my train of thought, so I'm going to pause it. I'll be back, guys. What I was going to say from what I last just said was, even knowing there is external people, beings around you, bombarding you into these situations, putting you into these situations, and basically putting this burden on your shoulder, where you feel like there's weight on your shoulder and you have to live up to all these people's expectations and all this stuff's happening to you. But you really have to live up to your expectations and what you need to do, and what you need to do, what you need to do, which is necessary for you to reach your higher self and not to be falling down into your lower self. You must rise into your higher self and to be aware of your thoughts. And on top of that, the external opinion, the thoughts from around you, even if the situation is your fault, they matter to a certain degree, but if it's negative and it's drawing attention away from what we can really truly fix in the situation, to go to the direct cause and try to fix what's happening, that's what we need to do. We can't divert the attention while we're acting upon emotion. Even knowing we are emotional beings, we have to have a balance between our emotions and our logical standpoints. We have to have a balance between both. And like what I'm trying to say is that even if you feel like it's your fault and you did something that you feel that you did something that you know you shouldn't have done, but it happened and it was a really great mistake, it was a really big mistake or lesson that you've learned, it's not your fault. You weren't one to blame, and all that energy that gets thrown at you, all the conversations you have with these people, the exchanges, you have to come to a stance where you have this energetic barrier around you, and nothing in this external realm affects what's going on up here, because the only thing in existence is all in your head, in the perception of self. It doesn't matter how other people view you. You may be in the wrong in the situation, but you aren't perfect, and you know that. We are human. We make mistakes and we learn from them. They are lessons. They're really big lessons. And so coping with change is just facing it right on, accepting it, and then from there trying to observe what's going on objectively and come to a standpoint where you can work towards seeing positive results for you, yourself, and of course other people. We're all connected, fam, and it's crazy. Our intent and goes a long way, and what goes down, our actions, they prove a lot. They tell a lot about where we are right now, currently. It's a reflection of what you need to grow on and what you need to take from and learn from it and really apply it to your life. Because once you apply it to your life, it's crazy, because once you apply it to your life, you're gonna see those results. You're gonna be able to accept change and all these crazy things in the external world that affected you so bad, that put you into your lower self. It will affect you, but you will learn it. It won't affect you in a sense. It will come at you. You will feel it happening, but you have the strong-minded mentality that brings you to your higher self to really learn from what's going on and apply it to your life. You can't distract yourself all the time, guys. We have to legitimately just face right on what's happening and acknowledge it. It's all within the acknowledgement, and then from that acknowledgement, learning from it, focusing on it until you master it, and you can move on. And from that experience, whenever something comes at you in the external world, all these experiences, people, relationships, family, all these things that may bring you down, they aren't going to bring you down as much. Who knows? You could even get to the point where you're such at balance that you are always striving to see positive results. Even knowing all this negative stuff happens around you, you reverse it and project positivity and project your true and deepest intent. And the only way to express that is on a clear mind, on a level where you know who you truly are, and come back to that sense of self and that higher knowledge of self. It's crazy, man. This got to face change right on. Just like in my video, what is fear? Either we can forget everything and run, or we can face everything and rise. We could rise, yo. We could rise. Okay, I just had to get that off my chest, guys. I experienced things with friends today, and I'm always trying to come back to a stance where I'm not letting all these events around me affect me to the point where I don't know what I should do. Because we take things for granted. We're so harsh on ourselves, and we make a big deal out of little things, and we aren't perfect. That's the thing we got to learn. We can't, of course, in the moment when it's happening, right there, right now, you can't get over it right there, right now. Accept the process. You can't. It doesn't disappear. It's like, oh, I'm gonna forget about it. No, you have to accept the process. Learn from it. Like I was saying, you can't forget it. You can't just put it to the side. You have to face it right on. And that's what I'm doing. And that's how that's how I let it uplift me. Even knowing it's a negative situation, I don't let it bring me down. I let it influence me positively so I can truly learn from it. Truly learn from it, guys. Expressing that just made me feel a lot better. I'm gonna be posting a lot more, guys. This picture right here is my friend. She drew it. She's an amazing artist here. I'll bring it up so you guys can see it. It's an amazing drawing. It's made by my friend Ashley. When I'm on my computer, I'm editing all my whatchamacallit. I can't think right now. Descriptions. When I'm editing the descriptions, I'll start including links of pictures, of links, a bunch of stuff. Just trying to make my YouTube channel a little more organized and a lot more content coming out. I'm just gonna say that, and actions speak louder than words. So I'm just gonna do, be, and live in existence in the moment, and reach my higher self. We are conscious. Decipher our lyrics and take the time to decipher your spirit. It's truly worth it. It truly is. Infinite peace, love, and balance, oneness, shall we rise into alignment with our true purpose of who we are and why we came here. Peace. Stay living free, fam.